Hello guys, so today we want to talk about the employment authorization for people that are seeking asylum. So remember, this is for educational purpose, so this is not for advice. So if you are looking for asylum, so you are encouraged to have a lawyer. Okay, we just want you to have a broad idea of how it's work. Uh, Mainly, let's say on what base, okay, you should file an application for asylum. Is what they say. If, example, you will suffer persecutions due to race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group of political opinion. So if you feel also there is two steps. That means if you suffer it or you think that you might suffer, persecution based of your religions or membership in a particular group of because of your political religion. So you can apply, you may apply for asylum. So a what we call there is two type of asylum. Some people file asylum, you know, because they are in US and they want to file while they are in the US. Most of the time, you're gonna be in the US filing for asylum, but some people, it's you are the one that's gonna start the process. That's why they call it affirmative asylum. But some people they are really in front of a judge. You understand? That means they are in a removal proceeding. So those people want to file asylum in front of the judge. That's why they call affirmative asylum. So you are here, you have a stay on a visa, whatever the status. You are the one that gonna start your application. They call this the affirmative asylum. So now let's see all the steps. So for affirmative asylum, that's mean I'm talking about the case where one person you have in USA, the person decide to have a stay or another status, whatever the status. So we're gonna start the process. Step one, you arrive in the US. That means you must be physically present in the US. So, or also we got some case where the person is in the US at the port of entry. So basically, the first step you're gonna file your application, apply for asylum using the form I-589. Okay, and then once once your application has been received, you will have to do a fingerprint. They will send you a notice, for the fingerprint. Okay, and then after that you will receive another notice for the interview. Okay, uh, and then it depends. Let me show you. So right now, here's how the interview work. You need to understand. In the past, uh, that's mean before 2018, uh, the process was first in, first out. What that mean? That mean uh, if you were the first, that mean people that filed in, that's mean when I'm talking first, I'm talking, let's say we are right now in 2018. If you filed, if I file in 2018 and you file in 2017, so in the past, the person that filed in 2017, they will call him first for the interview. Okay, that's the way it works, which means people that file, at last they will stay a long time before they call it them for an interview. And then basically there was a problem with that because so many people file for asylum. So which means with with the whole process, anyone that filed for asylum will need to wait for a long time because there's a backlog. You understand? There are thousands of people that already filed for asylum, and here you come. You are the one, an additional person. So most of the time, you're gonna wait for like years, 3 years, 7 years before you even get an interview. That's the way it works. And then people were happy to. Well, it depends. Some people were on, but most people that just want to file for asylum because they know they're gonna take 5 years, 4 years before getting the interview, which means they're gonna have the time to file their work authorization. They're gonna have the time to work because there's a law that say when you file your asylum application after 150 days, okay, you can file for for rep authorizations, okay, which means that you're gonna receive your employment authorization after 180 days, 6 months. But once you get 5 months, you are eligible to file your work permit. And we know there were some people they are interested with that only, which means the way it was, some people were happy because what they wanted is only to file the asylum, and then they know because there was really a backlog. Okay, they know it's gonna take a long time, to finish the one that was before them. They're gonna have time to stay, say for 7, 5, it depends years and on work because there is a backlog. But right now there is a change. Right now, last in, first out which mean if you're gonna apply right now in 2017, they're gonna give priority to people that just apply. They're gonna try. I'm not gonna it's gonna happen, but they're gonna try to make the process fast. That's mean you apply, and then they're gonna quickly call you for the interview and try. In fact, what they're gonna try mm, to see if it's possible to have all the process closed before 6 months so that you don't even have time to get your employment position. That's they're gonna try. I'm not saying, but it's gonna be tough, let's say seriously, because there's so many people that apply for asylum, and it depends of the judge also, it depends of the time. Sometimes they are really busy, even though if they want it, they might not be able to do that. But the goal right now is to discourage as many people possible to apply for asylum. So which means right now if you apply, they told you in 21 days or less, they just want to sked to do thing for you as quickly as possible so that you can have your interview schedule. If it's denied, send you to the immigration judge, and then that's what they're trying to do. So and then we are in the step of the interview. Okay, and then what important you need to know about the employment authorization? Like I told you, in order to apply for employment authorization, on the base of the asylum, your case you should at least last for 150 days. Okay, you can apply. Okay, now what you need to know, these situations it's comfortable for some people, and for it's depend of what your position. Let's say we have some people that are begging to get an interview because they have serious case. They just want to get an interview in order to get approved. But for those people, if your case have been before 2018, most likely your interview is not gonna be for tomorrow because right now you are not in the priority. Okay, that means if you apply for asylum in 2016, 2015, you are not in the priority. So most likely you're gonna have to wait a lot. And then for those people, some of them they would like to have the interview in order to show to defend their case because they would like to be granted for the asylum. Although there might have some possibility to file an urgency, to request, to if they can expedite your case, you can still try. Okay, but you are not in the priority right now. But we know some people they don't want to get an interview as quickly as possible because they know most likely their case will be denied. So this situation is not in their advantage. Okay, this change is not in their advantage. And then what you need to know, because for the employment authorizations, there is different variable that will affect the interview. It depends of the seasons. If there is different problem to solve in immigration, you might have some delay to get the interview. It depends also how closest you are to the, asylum office. Okay, if generally if the area you're living is closer to an asylum office, this give you a more chance to get the interview. It depends also where you living, some state, it depends. You can check the percentage. We got some area where the process is faster than other area. Those are the variable. Okay, now let's talk about under detail. What about, we know there are some people that are still legal, okay? That mean they are not out of status. Okay, let's say you come on a visa. When you come at be example on a B1 B2 visa, you are still legal in the country. And then let's say you want to apply for asylum. Okay, so what's gonna happen? So people might ask, are they gonna refer me to a judge while I am in status? So what you need to understand in this case, if you're still legal and you file for asylum, so you're gonna present your case. So most likely you're gonna receive. It depends of your case, or well you present it. Let's say if you get denied, okay, what's gonna happen? So most of the time they're not gonna refer you to a judge. They're just gonna send you a denial letter. This means you will not be scheduled to appear before an immigration judge. And then most likely what's gonna happen in this case, I'm telling you, they're gonna try to do it fast. Okay, they're gonna try to do it fast and to just send you a denial. So, which means if you want the asylum, you're gonna have to reapply later on. You can still reapply, and then or once you out of status, they're gonna start. They're gonna start the process of your removal. You understand the case? Let's say you out of status and you file for asylum. So what they're gonna say is like, we better, here we have to give this person a denial. So it depends of your case, okay? If you find it's not okay, they're gonna try to make it fast so that they can give you the denial, just a denial, and then that's it. So which mean you just have a denial. You cannot apply for work authorization with a denial because this is not a pending. You see the point? This is not a pending asylum. You just get a denial. You cannot say, oh, I get a denial and it's more than 6 months. I'm gonna apply for employment. No, the case is closed. That's what it is. The case is closed. You cannot apply for employment. You got your denial. You see the point? So that's the way it is. I'm talking about people that are in legal status and then apply for asylum. So those people might say, if I'm still in legal status, can I just live in USA before uh, before I'm out of status? You can still do that, but most likely the fact that you have uh, an application, if the application pending is not advised because you have a pending application, you leave the US, most likely you will not be able to get back. Okay. But it's really up to you. That's why what we're doing here, we're not giving any advice. We just give you a broad idea. In this case, you really need your lawyer. Some people think it's better to wait for when they are out of status to file for asylum. It depends on your case. If you have many evidence, and if you go by yourself, most likely, you know, your chance is really slim if you decide to go pro se, okay, and for asylum. And what you need to know, granting a asylum, people have been, most of by experience, most people have been successful in front of a judge, not from the USCIS officer. That means you got more chance to be successful between an immigration judge in front of USCIS officer. That's the way it work. Okay, so understand also understand also, talking about employment authorization. we talk about the days. 150 days you can file your that's mean if your application for asylum is pending, for 150 days, you can start the process and file for work authorization. But you need to know, if in the process there is a delay, let's say they call you for an interview, you say, I cannot come right now. You send a letter explaining you got some problem, you cannot come right now. They still gonna answer. It's okay, that's fine. You cannot come now. We're gonna schedule it another time. But guess what? Guess what? They're not gonna count. They're not gonna accumulate the day because that's your fault. Anytime, anytime, the but the you the time you it's your fault. You stop the clock because you are not you are not able to make it to set an appointment or for biometric, whatever it is, that's your fault. They're not gonna count, damn it. They're not gonna count the days saying, oh, that's the and think that you got 150 days and then you're gonna get the employment. Forget about that. Okay, forget about that. That's mean some people think they can play smart. They say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to make a delay. No, you cannot do that. As long as it's your fault, the alarm clock stop. No accumulations. Okay. It's the same thing also if they refer you. Okay, let's say at the last step is when you're gonna be in from the immigration judge. Okay, so as if you are in front of the immigration judge and you already have 100, you already have the 100, on the 150 days. But most likely, let me tell you, you can start the process after 150 days, but they will mail it to you after 6 months, 180 days. That's the way it works. Okay, but you can start it. So for the immigration judge, they're just gonna ask you if you want expedite your case. They expedite your case, which means in like 3 months. Okay, so it's you or we're gonna decide if you want to expedite your case. Okay, but that's mean you expedite your case, and then let's say you didn't have the employment authorization yet. It depends of your case. If your case is solid, which means most likely it depends of your case. But some people, if they already have the 6 months, they're not gonna expedite the case if they think they're not gonna succeed, because when you don't, it's your choice. If your choice to decide, okay, to say that I want to expedite my case, which means in 120 days, 3 months, or I don't want. If you don't want, most likely the case will last 2 or 3 years. Okay, some people decide they're not gonna expedite their case because they already qualify for employment. They say, why I have to expedite my case while I am already qualified for unemployment. They're not gonna expedite the case. They're just gonna let the process say that so that I can have like some time to work. But let me tell you something. Even the USCIS, if they realize that you really qualified, for unemployment, most of the time they're not gonna refer you to immigration judge because they know any lawyer will not advise you to expedite the case, because when you don't expedite, besides you don't expedite the case, that give you more time to get ready to prepare with your lawyer. So you see the point. So which mean if you get lucky, when I'm saying lucky, it doesn't matter if you have a good case. You will anyone, even though if they have all the proof, they when they have more time, to get ready to prepare their case, it's better for them. But some people also, every case is different. Some people think they have so many arguments, they have pictures, so many stuff. They would like to go fast, but unfortunately, if your case you filed before 2018, right now you are not first priority. Unfortunately, this means they're not gonna they're not gonna give priority to your case. You are third priority. All pending affirmative application are in third priority. In this case, try to see if you can file write something to request, some, you might try to see if they can do something for you, but you are not in the priority. So don't have high expectation if you have a pending asylum before 2018. That's the way it is. Okay. So I wanted it to make it clear, so that you can understand. First of all, You need to be the step. We show you, all the step for affirmative asylum. So we show you all the step. Okay, there it is. So you arrive in a US. Normally, if you want to apply for asylum, you should be less. If you have more than 1 year, you are not qualified to apply for asylum. You should know that. Okay. And then you apply for asylum, you do the fingerprint, you receive the interview notice. Okay. And then if you are in status, they might write you asking you, additional evidence. If you are already illegal, they will not ask you for additional evidence. And then if you already out of status, and then they will send you notice to appear before the immigration judge. Okay, that's the way it's gonna work. Okay, and then like I told you, in front of the immigration judge, it's up to you. They will ask you, do you want to expedite the case, or you can. It's up to you. Like, but understand, until when say you don't want to expedite the case, which means, and the situations, if you didn't already accumulate, the time to file for unemployment, you will not get the possibility, to apply for employment. So let me make it clear. You are in front of the judge, you request, you don't accept any expeditive case. And then, and for, let's say, and you didn't have enough, you didn't have the 150 day yet. Okay. You didn't have the 150 day yet. And in front of the judge, you deny, you don't accept the expeditive process. Don't think you're gonna buy time. No, the clock stop. The clock stop. Okay, you're not gonna buy time. You know, to the fact that you're not gonna buy time to apply for employment authorization. Okay, so anyway, which means even though you have a good case, you need a lawyer. That's the way you need a lawyer to prove that, because it doesn't matter if you have a good case. You really need a lawyer when it comes to filing for asylum. In these days, it's really tough. It's not easy. And then we know some people. Remember, it's really tough right now. We know some people that have been persecuted. That have life threatening situations. Let me repeat. Some people may have life threatening situations. You are between life and death. And then, according to the new process, they will tell you, we don't care. You have a life-threatening situation. We are not here to save people that some gang are trying to kill in their country. That's not our business. We will send you go back to your country, and then they kill you. That's the business of the government. Your government should protect you. That's I'm laughing, but it's really sad. That's see, I did that. It's serious. Let's say if there is some people that mean they receive threat, there is some gang that try to kill them, and they try to get the process say that's not our business to save your life. We will send you back to this gang. If your government can protect you, you're gonna die. That's our business. That's not United States business to save your life. People think that's I'm kidding, but no, that's what a session said. That's what session said. He say the law is only for political threat. If you're a political threat, or like so, it's like, let me tell you, they say it's only for race, religion, nationality. That's mean if it's not because the threat is not because of race, religion, nationality, or political opinion, they're not gonna, according to session, you're not supposed to get asylum. But some people argue, like let's say if some women are being persecuted, so they say we might class those people in particular group. The case is pending because there are appeal people. There is appeal right now in front of lower level, so they try to appeal the situation because it's really sad, it's really sad. Some people, they send their home and they're gonna get killed, but that's the way it is. It's really, really sad. But they say, you know, some people in this administration say we are here to apply the law. We don't have heart. It's not, yeah, it's not about heart. It's not about compassion. The law said it's not about race. Even though you have life threatening, they might kill you. We're not gonna. We can't do nothing. We need to send you back, and you just get killed. We don't care. We're not governed by heart. Yeah. And it's serious, guys. It's the same thing for people that are on TPS. People, you are on TPS, your country is still struggling. They say we will send you back home. Because the goal is like, we don't need immigrant. Immigrant are a threat to our country, because immigrant, maybe the number may maybe, if we have so many immigrants, they will have more right to vote. They're gonna take back our country. It's fear. I don't know why we cannot live together. I don't know why they should be always our enemy. I don't know. But that's why they want to create in the mind of so many people right now. Why we cannot get along all together? Immigrant, it isn't about where I come from or my color. It's about who I am, what value I bring to a country. What about, I'm trying to do. Why don't see them who they are? It's not up to their status or their country. That's the way it is. So that's why you need to get a lawyer, if you're filing for asylum, to defend yourself. It's not gonna get easy. So we give you an idea of what it is. So in fact, regarding the form, let me show you the form. It's really straightforward. I'm talking about the employment authorization form. Initial, your name, stuff like that, your address, gender, social. Most of the time, you're not gonna have social security. You're just gonna answer. There is nothing complicated. Name of your father, stuff like that. The one thing that is difficult to find out is your eligibility category. And let me give you an ID for asylum. Your eligibility category, okay. A eligibility category, if you have a pending asylum, it's gonna be C08. That means you file for asylum, your case is still pending, not granted yet, it's gonna be C8. But if your case have been granted, you are happy right now and you want to file for employment, registration is gonna be A5. Okay, that's the way it is. So that's the way it is. So be ready for your case. If you file for asylum, get a lawyer. Prepare your case. That's the way it is. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. Okay, to give you an idea the way it's work. Like I told you, all cases different. The probability is depend of the season. If you're the busy, it's depend of your distance to the asylum office, where you are living. All those variables, will determine the likelihood how soon you will get your interview. Okay. Okay, take care, guys. So, by the way, if it's the first time that you are with us, I will encourage you to subscribe to the channel. There is a red button below, and then we are doing different type of video that explain you some how to in immigration news. This is a platform to be. There is a red button. Click it. What are you waiting for? Click the red button. Okay, guys. See you next. Take care of yourself. Bye.